today I'm going to show you is how we're going to go ahead and start making our 3D paper forms for building the structure of our robot. So what we're going to start to do is every table will have a different table bin with lots and lots of colors, okay? It's really important not to waste these colors because it took Miss Looney and some volunteers a really long time to cut all these out and make them nice for you guys. So the first thing we're going to do is go over some 3D forms that's going to help build the structure of our robot. When we talk about the structure, we're just talking about the shapes to build to give our robot form. So with the forms, we're going to learn how to make a cylinder, a rectangular prism, a triangular prism, as well as a cone. Those are the basic 3D paper forms that we can make to build up the structure of our robot. So it's going to be really important for you to practice these, but also think and look at your sketch plans about which forms would best fit your robot and how you drew it in your sketchbook, okay? So I'm going to grab 4 different pieces of paper so you can see the difference of the shapes that I'm making. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I've got 4 sheets. I've got a bag with a little piece of paper that I'll show you what we're going to do with. I have glue. I also have scissors and a pencil, okay? So the first thing I'm going to show you is how we're going to make a cylinder, all right? So you can make them 2 different ways. It depends if you want a wide one or a long one, okay? This one's going to be a wider one. All right, so all you're gonna do is take one end and roll it to the other. And that's how we're gonna make a cylinder, okay? In order to glue it, I'm gonna do a thin line of glue just like that. I'm gonna roll this back on there so it's nice and lined up with the ends. You wanna make sure your paper lines up so it's nice and straight. You wanna kinda just go over back and forth and kinda hold it for 10 seconds. Okay, so there's my first cylinder. All right. So I'm going to cut a little off of this one since that one wasn't really working too well. It helps a little if you kind of just roll it a little so it's easier to glue on. That. Then I put it just like, this.
This can get pretty messy, guys.
All right, again, I'm gonna hold it for 10 seconds. Okay, there's a longer cylinder, so we have these 2. All right, I have this little scrap left, I might as well use it. And this can be a shorter cylinder. Okay, there's another one. So there are 3 cylinders. All right, the next one I'm going to show you is our rectangular prism. All right, that is a 3D version of a rectangle. All you're going to do is take a piece of paper, fold it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, it has to be 4 folds or it's not going to work. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This last one, the 4th one, that's gonna be how we glue it, okay? I'm gonna take my glue, just like the cylinder, a thin little line, and fold that over. I'm gonna hold it. Okay, and there's my rectangular prism. I can show you how we're gonna make the same kind, but a smaller one. So I'm just going to cut that, okay, and then fold it 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay, and then I'm going to unfold that. I'm just going to put a little glue right here, and then take the last fold and put that right on top, okay? So 4 folds to make your rectangular prism, right? The next one's the triangular prism. So I'm gonna cut this in half. I'll make a big one and a small one, okay? The triangular prism, you need to fold it 3 times. 1, 2, and since this isn't a full piece, that's okay. I'm gonna fold that, and that's gonna be my 3rd fold, okay? So when I unravel it, if you have a shorter one, you can put that on the inside and glue it that way instead of on the outside where you can see that line. So we can put that on the inside. So I'm gonna put a little tiny bit of glue right here and lay that right on top, just like that. And again, hold it for 10 seconds. Okay, there's a triangular prism. That's a longer one. I'm going to do a shorter one. 1, 2, 3. And I just have a little extra piece. So I need this. I can go ahead and cut this tiny piece off. Because when I fold 3 times, it makes 4 rectangles. I need 4 rectangles to make my rectangular prism. So this side is long enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down. I don't need to glue it on the inside because it's long enough to cover that piece. Okay? Hold that for 10 more seconds. There we go. All right. The last one is a cone. The cones are kind of tricky because a cone you have to start with a circle, all right? So the easiest thing to do is fold a piece in half. You want to start on that end that's closed, not the open end, the closed end. You can take your scissors. You're just going to do like a half circle shape, okay? That looks more like an oval, so I'm just going to keep going back and fixing it. Okay, now that I have my circle shape, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a line. I'm not cutting all the way to the top. I'm cutting right until the center. So what I can do is take my pencil, find the center, just do a little line there. Just cut right to that line. So you have 2 little legs from your circle. You're going to take one and overlap the other, okay? And you can push it in, and that's how you're going to make your cone, okay? My cone's a little uneven only because my circle wasn't perfect, but I can go back and cut all that extra off. All right, so now all I need to do is glue it. So I'm just gonna put a little glue in the area I'm overlapping and then fold that back over, lay it down, and hold that again for 10 seconds. All right, there you go. There's cones, triangular prisms, rectangular prisms, and cylinders, okay? All right, so those are the 4 basic shapes we need to start our robots. All you're gonna do next is you get a little piece of paper that I'll pass out. You're gonna write your name and your class code. You're gonna get a plastic baggie that I'll give you. Put that right in there, and then you're just gonna put all your shapes that you made right inside, okay? And it's okay if it doesn't close up. Just make sure your name's in there so we know who it belongs to. All right, guys? That's it. All your scraps, tiny scraps like this can go in the trash. Big scraps like this can go in the scrap bucket, okay? Thanks, guys. Good luck.